Bismillah wa salatu wa salam ala Rasulullah. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I'm honored and pleased to be here with you, and I thank you for giving me the opportunity to join you today, and also congratulate you for the 37th anniversary of the unification of the armed forces. This is an important topic. This forum of space and satellites is an enabling technology and services for advanced countries as well as for developing countries such as the Gulf countries, Saudi Arabia and Dubai and UAE in particular. And I will talk a little bit about the importance of knowledge-based economy, which was just earlier referred to, for our countries in this region. We are moving forward to lessen our dependence on oil. As you know, oil has been good to us. It has helped us to transform our countries in many ways. When you arrive in the UAE, for example, and you see all of this huge development in real estate, in the infrastructure, state-of-art infrastructure in many ways, you probably do not realize accompanying all of that effort is a huge development in human capital. And this is not only in the UAE, but also in Saudi Arabia. The budget, say in Saudi Arabia, that is committed to education is above 25%. We have in the kingdom, for example, roughly 1 million students in colleges, approaching that of Egypt, which is 4 times the population of the kingdom. 90% of high school graduates go to college. And there is also a huge effort in building the infrastructure for science and technology. We have a policy for science and technology that was established in 2002 by a royal decree with a budget of $2.2 billion for the first 5 years and double that for the next 5 years. The plan started in 2005. The initial 5-year is to build the infrastructure. The next 5 years is to be a leading country in science, technology, and innovation in the region. And the 5 years after that, to be a leading nation in Asia. And the 5 after that, by the end, is to join the advanced countries. And I'm sure, similarly, the UAE has the same or even more ambitious goals. In the policy, we have looked at science technology as a whole ecosystem, looking at 8 pivots, looking initially at advanced technologies, programs, at transfer of technologies, R&D capabilities, at human resources, financial resources, regulation, and management. And in each of these 8 areas, we have 60 or 62 organizations in the kingdom that participate and get support to implement programs to enhance the accomplishment of these objectives. The objective is to as I said, eventually to join the advanced industrialized countries. And I will highlight in one of those 8 areas, and that's the advanced technologies areas. In that area, we have 15 technologies, such as water, petrochemicals, space, environment, advanced materials, nanotechnology, biotechnology, and so forth. And in each of these, we have a strategic plan that was derived through workshops, collective workshops from academics, government institutions, private sector, and also in participation with the United Nations. And all these strategic plans list the research priorities in each topic. Researchers from universities apply for these research areas and get supported through CAXT funding. Also, CAXT institutes perform national research projects in these areas. So in this topic, space and satellites, we have lots of those programs being implemented in the kingdom. We started in the kingdom in 1998 and launched 2 small satellites, year 2000, and launched several satellites every couple of years. And so far, we've launched 12 satellites. Some of them are small communication satellites. We have 2 remote sensing satellites. One of them is a 2.5 meter resolution satellite, Saudi Sat 3, that is functioning now for 6 years. And one of the small communication satellites I would like to highlight is Saudi Sat 1C that was launched 2002. This satellite is currently being used by the AMSAT community in the world. Many universities use it. It's called Oscar 50. So if you look in the internet, look at Oscar 50. This is Saudi Sat 1C that after we finished our experiment, we gave that satellite to the AMSAT community to use it. And I will just tell you something that some people, I don't know if they know, but the solar panels on that satellite are actually terrestrial panels that we decided we want to test some terrestrial panels, see if they function in space, and was the first attempt to put terrestrial panels in space, and it's functioning now for more than 10 years beautifully. Currently, we are also working with NASA on a space experiment that will be launched hopefully the end of this year. It will be what's called MGRS, Modular Gravitational Reference Sensor. This is an experiment derived from Gravity Probe B satellite, which we participated in the data analysis. This is a satellite that took 50 years to build by Stanford and NASA and Lockheed to test general relativity. This satellite eventually launched 2004. We engaged with Stanford and the research groups there to analyze the data, and the final paper that proved the general relativity came out, I think, last year, and 4 of the authors are from CAXT. Now, derived from that experiment, we have this new experiment, the MGRS, which is really based on the gyro that was used in that satellite, the most accurate gyro in the world. And by the way, it's interesting for the historians, the GPS, the whole idea of GPS satellites came out from this project. If you want to look at the Wikipedia, look at Brad Parkinson, Professor Brad Parkinson, was actually the first director of the GBB project, and he did his thesis on that topic, and from that he proposed the GPS system. So I think space science is very important. There are lots of ideas that later have huge impact, such as GPS, on development of nations. Many people now maybe cannot imagine how do they live without a phone or a GPS capability. So in short, the kingdom and the UAE and the region is moving forward in participation in space science, space technology. I think you will see more involvement in the ownership of space assets, such as UAE Yasat, Thuraya, as was mentioned, Arabsat. The kingdom is moving forward also in owning its own satellites in this area, both communication and Earth observation. So I would conclude by saying that the region will play a major role in the space arena in the future. Thank you very much.